Welcome to our program. Today we have very special guests, Nicola and Klaus. Nicola, can you introduce more yourself?
Yeah, sure. First of all, thank you very much for having us here. My name is Nicola Gianluca Raimondi. That's just the name that I was given at birth. Of course, it does not correspond on what I am or what I intend to do, but we can talk about this later.
Where you are from?
I'm from Italy. I was born in Italy, but I've been living in many countries. Denmark is in the last 10 years is country number 8. So
why Denmark?
Well, it's a long story, but I was following my passion, that was my work, and then I came to Denmark for different opportunities and different projects. And also because I like traveling, I'm not really related to one unique country. I like the world, I would say.
And I heard that you just thought, oh, I will maybe apply to Vestas, and you get a job very fast and you came here.
Oh, yeah, well, the story is longer than that, but I would say that I was following my passion for green energy and for good life of people and this planet. So I was working into the tobacco industry before for 6 years, and I was very good at what I was doing. So it means a lot of people were dying because if you're good in tobacco, I mean, it's no mystery anymore. Tobacco is not good for your health. Then I saw a wind turbine driving back from Switzerland to Italy, and I saw this name of this company. I felt in love with the concept. I applied, and I was very lucky to.
Because it was also about this, to change something for some more related to your heart, yes?
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
We will talk about this more soon, because you also are a coach for ancient psychology.
Yes.
We want to hear everything about it, but Klaus, can you introduce yourself?
So, my name is Klaus Franz Overbeck. I'm a book author. I wrote a book about salsa dancing. But more than that, I'm also an engineer. I'm a supply quality specialist. And I also worked in the wind industry for quite a few years. And I was also working 6 years abroad in Germany and Singapore. And I, let's say, experienced other things than just staying in Denmark. But I was born in Denmark, actually in a small town. It's called Niveau. I lived there quite a few years. And then later on I moved to Aarhus. But more and more I'm also a salsa dancer, salsa teacher. And it is a deep passion for me to dance and convey this message.
And we'll talk about this more today, how to find this passion, how to find this flow, and what is this flow. But let's start from Nikolai. Please explain us more, what is this ancient psychology?
Okay. Well, you want to go already into the deep, hard thing. Okay. Ancient psychology is a very old psychology method that comes from 3,000 years ago, from Greek philosophers, from Persian Empire, before the empire, and from, of course, ancient Egypt. It's basically a very different psychology from the modern psychology. If you think that Freud mentioned that psychology is psychoanalysis is the tool that will let you move from hysterical misery towards a common unhappiness. So psychology will not make you happy, will make you slightly unhappy, moving from misery, okay? And it's a kind of, imagine you are under the water, and psychology gives you the snorkel to breathe under the water, where the water is your job, your sick life, your sick relationship, your husband, your abusive wife, tax office, anything that affecting your life. So psychology gives you the snorkel to breathe under the water. Ancient psychology pulls you out of the water. And that's a different thing about it that I like.
And you are very effective in using this method, because I have heard that you had a coaching session for high-range army people, and after your coaching, few of them decided to quit the army.
Yes, and I don't think they will invite me anymore for this by warning them. It was very funny because once they called me, this captain calling me, I was a little bit scared because, you know, I'm born in Italy, I'm in Denmark. So when when they called me, I was thinking, okay, police is calling me. It was a captain. So, okay, what I've done again, right? Something like that.
Scat or police is always
or
frightening.
speed ticket
yes.
or whatever, right? And no, it was to, if I could go there to their leadership team and explain a little bit about coaching, lateral thinking, because I collaborate with different universities in Denmark and in Italy about sociology, leadership, and person development. So they asked me if I could go there and spend a full day with them, with their leadership team, to talk about how to solve impossible problems. And I warned them, say, are you sure you want that I come? Because my methodology is a bit disruptive, okay? I said, no, please come. We saw a little bit of your work. We would like really to have you there. And it was very beautiful. Klaus was with me there. I was really honored to have you on board. And we did a very superficial thing because I didn't want really that everybody were quitting the job. But two of them.
That wasn't your plan.
No, that was not a plan. But I don't think they will call me again on that. But for sure they gain something. And what you gain is joy in what you do. And but we can talk later about this because
talk now because this is important.
Okay.
It's like how you help these people to, because this was about that you told them to find something that they are really born to.
I tell you, what I did was making questions, was not telling what they have to do because...
So it's not your role to tell them, you just help them to, you guide them.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, that's very easy. You know, if you think about the word happiness, it comes from the English happening. So how many things are happening in your life? And, you know, and I love Denmark, and I would like to really, we catch what my intention is. And we claim that Denmark is the most happy place in the world, and maybe it is. And
no, it's on the third place or second, but still it's the most happy.
In the first five.
Yeah.
But I think it's a confusion into the etymological meaning, because maybe the word that we're looking for is comfortable country, because happiness is a total different word. Happiness is deeply connected with love, where love comes from a very ancient word in German that is Ljubi. And Ljubi, in Romania, Ljubi is also love, also there are some connection with the Russian natives. Ljubi means joy. So, how much joy there is in your life? You know, if you are happy about your work, yeah, I'm enjoying, blah, blah. You go home after work, are you, you know, exploding of joy for what you've done that day? If the answer is no, then you are completely outside. Then you settle for the minimum. Then you settle for that common unhappiness that Freud was talking about. So at the army, but also in many other occasions, I simply ask a very strange question, but very simple. And if you're not able to answer, that's good, because it means that you are completely lost, then you can find your way. You know, if you ask me what is coaching, you go on internet, on Facebook, Instagram, where ancient psychology is also present, and there are a lot of life coach. And this life coach, they have 25 years old. So imagine, they've been playing PlayStation until 19, they stop smoking and drinking at 20, so they have 5 years of life experience, and they want to coach you. That's amazing, right? Or really. Business coaches. How many business you run successfully?
Successfully, yes.
How many people you help to grow business? Exactly. 0. So what do you want to sell to me? Yeah. The problem is we look for answers outside of ourselves. We look for other coaches. Ancient psychology teaches you how to find your internal coach. And that's very difficult. That's very difficult because there is a lot of noise and pollution in the way we live our life. You know, you asked me, who are you, or what's your name? I said, my name is not what I am. Your name is Edita, right? Did you choose your name?
No.
No, somebody did for you, right?
It's already like somebody choose your name, you were born in this precise country, so
Fantastic.
Some things are, of course, like random. Let's say random. Somebody can say that. Some people believe that you choose it, you know, but...
Yeah,
but most of all, you got the settings, and I agree with this, what you're saying, that this is something that you didn't choose. You didn't choose your name.
And affects you, actually.
Yes.
Imagine if Nicola was the name of a suicide uncle.
Yeah, but even we can also relate to this, that we live in Denmark. So when you start to live abroad, you suddenly see that you are this foreigner. It also like describes you somehow, because you thought, okay, I'm a human being. Yes. But suddenly you are, I'm originally from Poland, so you are suddenly Polish people living in Denmark, and there are different opinions about people from Poland. Somebody can love them, somebody can hate them, but it's like, I'm not representative of my whole nation.
Absolutely.
And it's like, this is also like what you are saying, that some things, it's like we are put in these boxes.
Yes, and the problem is that it's not that other people put you in the boxes, and I love that you have the same passion and idea about it, is that you put yourself in those boxes.
Yes,
Because I'm
exactly.
Italian, I do pizza and singing, right? What the hell? Well, I do pizza and singing, but
But
it's
you can do also other
I can do also
things,
other
yes.
things, right? So the problem is when you convince yourself that you are an editor, and then also you are your family name.
Yeah,
So if
I'll
I could-
just add that people from India are expected to be good with computer, and I met some Indian guy and he say, they all expect me to know how to programming, and I don't know. It's like I'm not
Because
educated in this.
your nation is not what you are.
Exactly.
So my 5 question is, the different, if you want to really grow, and this is simple but very difficult. If you want to really grow, you have to understand about the difference between to have and to be. So, are you your name or you have your name?
Yes.
And it's easy to answer, but to apply this in your daily life is super complicated.
Exactly, and also to accept that our knowledge is limited, because we don't have this, like, we can learn also from you, like, about this ancient psychology, but we are, like, not connected to all available knowledge. I always say it's from mathematic point of view that I wish to have all data to make best choices in my life, but we don't have all the data that are available, or maybe you have a different answer.
I have a different answer. I would like to use the Carl Jung answer that says that we don't really know things, or we don't learn things, we remember things.
Wow.
So all the knowledge is available inside of us, we simply forgot. I know it's beyond, but it stands with the fact that you can find your own coach. And coming back to have or to be, are you your job? When we introduce each other,
Wow.
we present ourselves. Hello, my name is Nicola, and I'm director, blah, blah, I'm a coach, blah, blah, blah. I'm talking about the past.
Yes.
I'm talking about what I was. But it's not what I am. It's totally different.
Yes.
Maybe we should introduce ourselves, and I know it's too much ambitious, too much visionary, on what you will do. It's totally different.
Exactly, yeah.
Hello, I'm Klaus, I'm a salsa dancer. Wow. It's totally different.
But yeah, I could say my name, yeah. I could also talk about other things, but when I really say, okay, I came up with this Salsa King, and then I rediscovered my, let's say, new name and say, okay, this is what I want to call myself. And some people say, okay, that sounds really strange. Okay, and this is what I want to do. It's part of me, but I choose myself. So what can we help other people to do to guide them into this direction to say, okay, well, I was born with this name, Klaus, or Maria, or Edita. Yep. How can we help these people to guide them to find their own?
Absolutely. You should ask the 5 questions to yourself, like, I have, or I am my name. I have, or I am my family name. Your family is also an history. Like in Raimondi house, we don't do this kind of stuff. Mr. Rossi upstairs, they do that, but we don't. Maybe I was born to do that stuff, but because my family, I have not been doing that. So, do I have my job, or do I am my job? I am my personal history, or I have my personal history?
I think it's about also like these labels, like let's just imagine that you got this and you can just go around, and it's like some you choose, and some were chosen by you, and some are people that see you, they put some labels on you. You are this, you are that, you want to be this, you want to be that, you come from this family, so it's your name. So we all have these labels, but who are we? And also, like, when you come, like, my experience also, like, when I came to the new country, you don't have here any network, at least I didn't have when I came here. You have to build this all connection from the very beginning. You don't have the friends you had for last 20 years. So it's like, who are you? Because now you are, like, in a new country, and you have to start from...
That's beautiful.
Yes.
That's beautiful, because you cut the roots. So you like break the boxes.
You should remember your roots, because it's also about this, that you should be conscious that there are these boxes, but you should just know that there is something more.
Yes, and sorry for having interrupted. It's very
passionate.
Fantastic, yes. Because the point is there is a very, I would say, popular word is integration, and everybody say, oh, we have to integrate. I want to be integrated. It's a bad word. I'm sorry to.
What is the better word?
There is no better word for that, because imagine. If you leave your country You want to remember your roots, but your roots also are your cultural limits. Then you go to another country, you try to integrate in this culture, then that become your box. This is why I changed so many countries. If you abandon some roots to take other roots, you are the only one losing. When the I becomes a we, you lose something. And you lose something in order to gain comfort. That's maybe okay. Survival, human survival.
Explain we. I mean, we as Danish, or we as Italian, or we as what?
It starts from the couple. Imagine I have a girlfriend, and then I think like, before having a girlfriend, I think about I. Then I have a girlfriend, then we start about we. When you start we, the I lose a little bit. Right? Because you have to do things that the we is supposed to do as a couple. When you have kids, we have to go on holiday for the kids, for the family, so you lose something. When you become a school disciple or a school member, we in this school, we do this kind of stuff. So your I lose and lose and lose. When you become an Italian, or you become a Danish, whatever, you take the community, you have to think, this we can talk about 10 hours, but I will try to keep very short. Because I did a research with a university in Italy about how the constitution of a country is affecting the people development of that country. Amazing.
Wonderful.
Amazing. And also sad.
Okay.
Amazing and sad. But if you think that if you look to your passport, it's a certificate of property. Like, no, I'm not Italian. The Italian state owns me. And I'm allowed to go out for a certain period, then I can go back and pay my taxes. Then you will look to your passport in a different way. Why you need to have somebody authorizing you to go from a place to another for an imaginary line?
Wow.
So, your passport is limiting you in the way that this is a certificate of property. What is the scope of something? Ancient psychology is about the scope. What is the scope of the Italian country? What is the scope, the purpose? What is the scope of the nation?
But shouldn't it be the scope of you, what you want to do?
But
and not what, let's say, I still love the country I'm staying in.
Correct.
But I also changed because when I moved to Singapore, I completely, let's say, changed my mindset. I found out I had really mindset like, okay, this is like this. And then I met all different kind of people, let's say Muslim, different religions, and Hinduism, Christian people, all living together, and they were working it out fine. And they were not saying, okay, oh, they are like this or they are like that, but we were living together like everything was like, okay, quite.
Because there was no we.
Yeah.
There was a single I working together with your self-scope. If I ask to you, what is your scope in your life? Don't tell me, oh, I want to get married, I want to have a kid, I want to buy a house, have a mortgage, look the Super Bowl on television, and hopefully die soon. And that's maybe your scope.
Oh, no.
Right. Nothing wrong about having kids or having family. That's fantastic if it is really your scope. But so many people delegate to the family creation, the missing creation of their soul.
Yeah, I would just add that from the woman point of view, there is this social pressure that you should get married before you are 30. Your clock is ticking. It's still going on. Maybe less in Denmark, but in many countries.
In Italy, if you're 30, you are out of expiration time.
So you should be, if you are living with the society pressure, so first you should get married. You should first of all get a nice study, nice work, get married, have kids, and there is always this pressure that they are putting on you. You should do this, but the truth is you shouldn't. It's you should decide what is good for you and what is not. Like I never wanted to be married, and my family accepted this, that okay. No.
So you're also strange in that sense.
Yes, I am, because I also am very conscious about this, that it's you who should decide.
Yeah.
And also we are here in a community media, so this is a very special place because we have here this dialogue about what is citizenship, what is this concept about your identity. And even from on the European level, now they are teaching that we are all these Europeans. So we have like actually few identities, like you said. It's I, then you have your family, like a circles, then you have a circles of your nation, like Italy, Poland, or Denmark,
Yes.
and then you have the concept of Europe, but then you have the concept of global, like the whole earth, and then we can also be like this, you know, that we are humans, so it's also like, so you have this all circles. It's not, one thing is the boxes, but the other one that you can be at the same time in a few different circles. Like you are, for example, working as an, you know, in the business industry. After hours, you are dancing, coaching, or do anything, and it's still you,
Yes.
Correct.
but in a different role.
You used the magic word, and I want to share with you a super tool. Very difficult to use, but if
Please
you use
do.
that, you will change your life suddenly. And actually, I warn that if you start using this, if you are married, and also if you have a job, tell them that you may change in the next coming days. And some of the clothes, you have, you open the, you know, your living room or your, you know, bedroom, and you enter there, you see your clothes, say, did I buy this? You know what? I don't want to wear this, okay? So something may happen. You use it, the magic word. The magic word is, I should. So I really dare you for a week, only for a week, to eliminate from your vocabulary and from your thinking the word I should. Say, yeah, but I must. Oh, I must go to work tomorrow. So in which way you say that? If you eliminate the word should or must.
Wow.
I say, oh, I have to. Also, I have doesn't work. It doesn't work. You should do like, I want to go to work tomorrow. And if you struggle to say that, something is wrong. Don't go to the psychologist, so well, go, but maybe make yourself some questions. Why you cannot say, I really want to go to work because it gives me joy. And if you can say the word joy, time for changes.
But it's also this what you said before, because this choice to be or to, you know, it's like also Erich Fromm. He wrote a whole book about this. There is a whole book that what you choose to be or to have. Yes, but this is also about this that people, he also wrote a book that people are running away from this freedom, because this what you say, it's one thing comfort, but the other thing is freedom to choose. And it's hard to choose, especially when we live in this modern world that you can be whoever you want. There is this social pressure, but you can choose. You want to be doing this job, you can. You want to dress up like that, fine. Not everybody will accept, but you can.
That's a fake freedom, unfortunately. And I'm passionate about words. I love what you say, Edita, because, you know,
the point was only that he wrote a book that people are running away from this freedom, from making these choices to stay in a comfort zone.
Yes, absolutely. You know the word job? The word job comes from the ancient English that says jobber. Jobber was an instrument of a domesticate wild horses. They put the horse... They put a pole in the center of the land, and this poor horse is forced to go around this pole for all day long. After 3 days, he learned the job. So I say, okay, so our society is built with job. Correct, and fine with that. But you should use another word. The word is work. Work is a piece of art, is a kind of creation. So what do you create in your work? Can you describe what you create to your son of 3 years old? What do you do? And that's very important, because when you will be 95, and then you will be in your last day of life, in the last 3 hours, in bed, sick, dying, maybe you will not regret, oh, I wish I would have done a better presentation to my boss. And then
no, it's the last thing you think.
I don't think it's going to happen. But you will regret how you spend your life in order to go on that Thailand holiday for a week. How you spend 350 days that year in a job that you don't like. Instead of taking, and I love the book that you mentioned, instead of taking the responsibility for your liberty, no freedom. It's two different things. Wow. Freedom is you are allowed to smoke over there. Over here is forbidden. Over there you can smoke. So you have the freedom to smoke outside this box.
Exactly.
Liberty is different. If you go to New York, you stay, how it is called, the state of liberty. It's not called the state of freedom. In Italian, into the Latin word, there is no differentiation. Libertà does not have, in Italian, does not have this dual thing.
This Erich Fromm, he said that is freedom to do something and from something.
Correct. So liberty is, do you have the liberty tomorrow to don't go to job and go to Paris?
Wow.
How small is your world? Your world, how small it is. You know, people complain because the Wi-Fi is too slow. There are 40 wars right now, 40 conflicts where people are dying right now. Are you complaining about, I don't want to swear, about Wi-Fi speed?
This is a real problem that people should have a perspective, right perspective, what's going on in the world, because also sometimes we focus so much on our daily struggle. And we also, I think that, in my opinion, people too much focus on their self. Like, you are the lighter, but you shouldn't put this light on your own all the day. You should put it on the things that you love, like you say, what you want to do. And of course, you are also important, but you should use your power.
The problem about the people focus on not their real self, they focus on their person. Person is a Greek word.
The ego.
Yeah, sometimes. Different, is a different word. Person is from the Greek persona. It means mask. So you focus on your mask.
Okay.
You focus on something fake. But if you focus on your real self, then you will discover that you want to help other people.
And Nicola, what is your advice? Because, you know, this is beautiful what you say, and I agree with this all. But how people can make this change? Like, because I always say, don't do radical things. Like, don't quit this job tomorrow because you still have to pay the bills.
Maybe next weekend.
Yeah, like what
Wait
I said.
3 days.
What is your solution? Like, maybe they should start slowly to keep the balance. Like, look what you really like, because you also have to teach yourself.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I have a fantastic tool. The most motivating words you will ever listen by anybody. 3 words. You will die.
Okay. Wow.
You cannot go more. you cannot go more motivated than this. So if you die in 5 years, let's say I'm God, like, editor, you are a nice person. You are having this interview with us. You are so nice. I give you 5 years of life. Enjoy.
What will you do? How you will use
What you will do? How you will
time
live? Oh, I should wait to quit the job. You know, I really should wait. I really should wait. You don't have time. You don't have time.
What are you waiting for? Yeah.
Or maybe last year I didn't really like As I Am God what you did with your friends. So the 5 years go to 1 year now, Edith. I'm sorry. 1 year. Enjoy. Enjoy. You will quit your job or no?
This change of perspective, of course.
Or maybe I'm very disappointed.
Yes.
You have only a week. You have only a week, editor. Enjoy. Or you have all the time in the world to change your life now. You know what I like and what I don't like? I don't like positive thinking. And unfortunately, I know that you are a mindfulness teacher. I don't like also mindfulness. Why? Why? It's a trick. It's a deception. Positive thinking. Do you know who invented positive thinking?
Tell us.
The Nazis.
Oh, really?
Yes. Positive thinking, people associate that to America. It's not true. You know, when you go in a concentration camp during the Second World War, you enter, you see, Arbeit macht frei.
Yes.
The work will make you free. That's positive thinking. After the war, the American went to Europe and tried to understand how it was possible that 100 soldiers, they could keep under control 10,000 people in a concentration camp. How it was possible? It was called hope. They were hoping to get alive, surviving from that.
Yeah.
The hope were keeping them in the concentration camp. Mindfulness. Be here and now. So beautiful. You have a shitty life, sorry for the word, but you have a horrible life. Your job sucks. Your family sucks. Your wife is cheating you. Your kids, they hate you. You don't have friends. They are all fake. Go and meditate. It feels so good to be here and now. So you go back to your life so you can resist better.
I think you misunderstood that concept.
For sure I did.
Because the real concept for mindfulness here, it's about when you are thinking about mindfulness, it's that people are often drifting. So let's say I'm here right now, but my mind is somewhere else. So that's what I mean about mindfulness.
And I would just add, to summarize this, our interview, that I agree with both of you, but I think that the truth is that people want to survive and be happy. Like you did in this coaching in this army that ended with people who decided to change their life. And thank you so much for being here today.
Absolutely. Thanks, appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tita, so much. It was wonderful.